Classic movie and TV fans, Brick9G here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking and looking at a review of the Munsters movie. I want to thank all of you for subscribing and liking this video. It does help out in the algorithm and it's completely free to do so. I'm going to get right into it. My goal is to have no spoilers for this video, meaning I'm not going to spoil the plot in any way. I will talk about elements to the film. I will talk and pick scenes here and there, mostly the ones in the trailer, so nothing really new. I'm not going to say, hey, this scene was a surprise. There are little surprises here and there, so I'm not going to spoil the movie for you. So anyone can watch this. If you want me to do a spoiler full one or one with spoilers where I just talk about it freely, let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. And let me know what you think of this movie in general, if you have seen it or your apprehension not to watch it. I'm very aware that this is going to be a controversial video because everyone's really divided. Either people hate or love this movie. There are people who don't want to watch it, and then people who are angry if you don't watch it. And I've seen it all. I've seen even people write me and say, Rick, why are you against this movie? They assume, and then they say you haven't even watched it. And I'm like, well, my video hasn't come out yet. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's just on edge, and I'm saying, let's just calm down. Let's just take it down a level. The original Munsters TV show is not being touched, okay? That's number one. The original movies with Fred Gwynne, Ivana Carlo, Al Lewis, they're not being touched, okay? This is an homage movie. This is an homage movie that you could say is a prequel. That's not really spoiling anything, because if you looked at the trailer, that's what it's looking like, and that's what it is. That's what the movie is. And so, again, I want to let you know what I'm coming into this movie with. I have no skin in this movie. I don't have any sponsors. I don't know Rob Zombie. I don't know anyone personally in the movie. There's no reason for me to go one way or another. Either way, I'm making this video. I made a year full of videos, about 20 videos, highlighting the entire development of the movie. And that was interesting to me, seeing them build the Munsters mansion, seeing them film scenes, kind of dissecting and guessing what would be going on. That brought me content. So the success or the failure of this movie doesn't really benefit me in any way, to be honest with you. I was just really excited to see the movie from the development. Then when I saw the trailer, as you can see, I was disappointed. I didn't like the trailer. I don't think the trailer did the movie any favors. So when the trailer came out, I was like, ooh, it almost made me not want to watch the movie. But then it was like, I've come this far, I've done the development, over 20 videos. I need to watch the movie, even if it's a train wreck. So I was going into this movie, I want to be very transparent, thinking this is going to be a train wreck. And I was even okay with seeing a train wreck because I was like, the trailer is bad. Maybe let me see a bad movie. It's not a big deal. So my bar was really low, okay? When I went to finally see the movie, there were things I actually liked about it. I'm going to list some things I like and things that I didn't like overall without spoiling the plot of the movie. In the beginning, you see the trailer and you see the graveyard. That plays homage, and you will see if you watch the movie, to the original Frankenstein movie with Boris Karloff. Now, this is a Universal picture as well, as that was. And so Rob Zombie did his homework. There was a reason. It's in the Frankenstein in the beginning. It's in the Munsters in the beginning. Again, it's not spoiling what's happening. But it goes along in parallel lines. And I think that made the beginning strong because he put his own spin on it. But it was okay. And within the movie, I would say everything is within the realm of the TV show. There's nothing here out of left field. There are a few things with Herman, name-wise. I'll just say that, which are like, okay, but you have to understand that he went for this cheesy look. If you've ever seen the movie Pee-wee, I'm going to put the name down here. I'm going to just check it before. I'm going to put the name here somewhere. The Pee-wee's Big Holiday, it was very clean. It was rated G or PG, and it had a good lesson and morality to it, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, you could pop it in for a kid, but like when I watched it, I put my thinking cap away and just enjoyed it. I hope that makes sense. That Pee-wee movie was not Academy Award winning. It wasn't the best. The reason why I mention that is because that's how this movie is. You take your thinking cap off. You see references throughout the movie to the original series, which is nice. I like that. It wasn't just pieced together. Now, if we're going to talk about the quality of the film production, the shots, even some of the color palette changes, I'm not going to get into that because you already saw it in the trailer. If you're not going to like that, you're not going to like the movie. I'm not here to convince you to watch it or not to watch it. I'm telling you my review. If you're already watching this saying I'm not going to watch it, you're probably not going to watch it. If you come into this interested and you want to see if my review can push you to the other side, I would recommend you watch it. Don't expect the best thing ever, but it's also not a train wreck. It's also not horrible. There was a couple things. Also, Rob Zombie, between the actual trailer and the movie, he made some changes. For example, I'm gonna give you this example. It's in the trailer where Herman goes and says, "Greetings from Transylvania," and his voice is like that. And then you see Elvira. That's actually Elvira, Cassandra Peterson in witch's makeup, and she faints. There's like this cheesy sound effect, and she faints. In the movie, it's the same scene, but they replaced that sound effect with a better one. Like, the first one was so cheesy, it was just off the wall. It made it, like, it was supposed to be a funny moment. That was the goal of Rob, to make it funny. But the trailer ended up making it not funny because it was so, like, purposeful. It was like, laugh. And so it wasn't funny. But the sound effect that they used in the actual movie made it better. It just worked and flowed. So he made little changes like that. There were some issues with the sound in the trailer, one of the lines that the Count made, and in the movie they fixed it. It's better quality. And so there are things like that. Even, yes, it's not a surprise, you see it in the trailer, there's scenes in Transylvania where the movie begins, okay? There's a reason why there's all these lights, and so some of the things that were mysterious and strange in the trailer were explained more. So I like that, I appreciate it. I have nothing against Sheri Moon Zombie. I think she's beautiful. I like that she's in the movie because she's beautiful. She almost seems very sweet as a person. Like, that comes through. I just don't think she was cast well as Lily. That's it. She's trying to do an impression of Lily. It didn't come off well. It distracted me a bit. I didn't like Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman initially, but as I saw the movie, it kind of worked with the world. It wasn't better than Fred Gwynne. Nothing in this movie is better than the original. That wasn't the goal. It's not going to be that. Don't expect that. But it worked within the world of the Munsters for me. I think it was pretty good. Of course, there's no Eddie. Of course, there's no Marilyn. It's a prequel. And overall, I was happy with it. I was content. It was passable. It's a good time. If you already have Netflix and you're interested, go watch it. Would I recommend you pay 15 to 20 bucks over it if you're not convinced? Probably not. If you feel like you'll regret it if you don't watch it, just go watch it. If you're super against it, nothing I can say will make you watch it. So that's a thing. And again, my goal isn't for you to watch it, just to give you my review. If this saves you from watching it and you use those almost 2 hours to do something else, then great. That's wonderful. The movie's about 2 hours. I believe it's an hour. I have the DVD here. It's an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, the movie's an hour and 15 minutes. 50. An hour and 50. It's almost 2 hours long. Some people say it was too long. I didn't get bored watching it. I paused it a few times because I was kind of at work, and I mean, that's not really an excuse, but I needed a little bit of time in between the movies. So yeah, it could have been shorter, but it worked. LA makes an appearance, not the biggest surprise ever, but it was like strange because it wasn't really LA. As you can see, it was like a lot of CGI and stuff. That didn't bother me. They could have done it better. It didn't make me dislike the movie. I just think that was maybe another poor choice, right? It didn't kill the movie for me. In fact, I see what he was trying to do. I commend Rob for making it PG. You could put a kid in front and a kid of like 5 who would be interested in the colors and what is going on. It's very animated, it's cartoony, it's silly, and it works for what it is. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. I would give it a 6 out of 10. I said in my Instagram I would give it a 7. I think I adjust that a little, 6.5 out of 10. I think it's a little better than average, between 6 and 7. Again, it's if you're a big fan, you want to watch it, you love Rob Zombie, you probably already watch it or just will watch it. So let me know what you think down below. Again, I didn't want to end this with you gotta go watch it or you don't have to go watch it. That's up to you, but these are my thoughts. So for the most part, it's a thumbs up for me. It's not a resounding thumbs up. It's a 6 out of 10. I'll easily give it a 6 out of 10. And yeah, I'm interested to see what you all think. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching the video. If you want to look at the development of the Munsters movie, again, I made a whole 20 videos on it. I think you would enjoy it. And stay tuned. I cover classic TV shows and movies. I have over 1,500 videos. All of them are absolutely free. Many TV shows, Get Smart, I Love Lucy, Gilligan's Island, Munsters, Adam 12, so many, Emergency. Go ahead and check it out. I do appreciate you all. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, everyone, be hopeful. Thank you so much to everyone who supports my work on Patreon. David D, Sally N, Gerard D, Greg S, Ricky, Citizen Kane 359, Kevin K, and Vito L. If you want to appear on this list, don't forget to look at the Patreon description in the link below. Thank you.